Good morning, everyone. I'm your host Shashi with you all on Global Talk Show Women Dialogues to create more voice for women and by women. And today's our guest is connecting from Cyprus. She has worked a lot of years in corporates, and then further she established her own work and her own company, Raluca. She's the founder and CEO of R7 Limited Business Consultancy, where she worked for businesses for their personal branding, reputation management, and recently she's running very awesome project. And I wish you could be with us and hear from us what kind of project she's running, how she is helping businesses to develop and to grow. And she works globally with a lot of geographies. She especially focused when she's working in different geographies, the cultural and ethical part, very much in detail and very much focused, and it bring these certain points, these especially focused areas, bring her more awareness about her clients and about her work. A part of that, she's a coach. When I say coach, it is something very interesting where we usually take as a learned from somewhere, but she's learned with her own experience, with her own experiments on herself. So as when we say on herself, it would be interesting for us to hear how she did that, what way she developed. So let's welcome our today's speaker on our global talk show, Women Dialogues. Welcome, Raluca, on our talk show.
Dear Dr. Shashi, thank you so much for having me. I'm humble and grateful to be here. It's such a pleasure. Congratulations on your over 100 interviews. Such an amazing job. I've seen almost all of them, and I want to share it with the world because you do an amazing job. And again, thank you for having me. I'm grateful for that.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for going through all those episodes, appreciating those all speakers, and making yourself prepared to be speaker on today's our show. And I hope you, as you are a wonderful person, you are going to share very important, inspiring, and motivated your learning, your knowledge with our audience as well. So let's go ahead and talk about you as a person. What way we define, what way we understand who is Raluca, how the way she grew, what the way she get developed, what kind of experiences she had in her childhood. So please share with us.
You touch a very nice point, and actually the beginning of everything and how everything started.
Yeah.
I was born and raised in Romania, and I've been the only child. I had a nice childhood in a beautiful place, which I will always cherish and have it in my heart. And it's funny. That all the child, and especially us as girls, when we play with dolls, and we imagine that we're princesses and all this. For me, it was a little bit different. Mm-hmm. For me, since I was 3-4 years old, I was playing that I own a company and I'm guiding people. So it was funny how this came at the end to own a company.
Right.
But a very important thing that I would like to mention, because I love teaching and inspiring and motivating people, because we are all created and we can do amazing things if we believe in ourselves, and also if we never ever give up, is that a small part of my story. I've been a humongous pessimist. For me, it was black or white. Right. It was heaven or hell. There were no such thing as pink clouds or halfway. No. Mm-hmm. And I've realized with time that I was my biggest enemy. Mm-hmm. I was the one stopping my success and getting in the way of achievements and reaching targets. Why? Because when you're a pessimist, everything is black most of the time. So you're always doubting. And one day, actually very early in the morning, I got my wake-up call and I realized that why should I be my worst enemy when I could be my best ally? Because I'm living with myself 24/7. How would I like to live with myself? Like denying and deflecting and rejecting opportunities, because I had a lot, or working on myself, going within very deep and analyze and change. And from that point, my personal development journey started. I already had my company. I've lost opportunities because of myself. So I like to call them my setbacks and my life lessons. And I've learned a lot. Right. So I started my own personal journey and I studied to become a coach, emotional intelligence and business and life and well-being. Why? Because I realized that the first thing that I need to do is to life coach myself and to work on my self-care, because I was lacking self-love and self-confidence and self-esteem. So this is how it all started. And I can tell you this, Raluca now is someone who believes in herself, who knows that the only limit is myself, who accepts a mistake and does not judge herself anymore for this, because I've been a perfectionist and a control freak as well. I'm still a control freak, but I just have few touches of perfectionism, which in my work and dealing with people helps, because I'm very organized and I'm very good with my time management. But now I am me. I'm unapologetically myself. I'm not afraid to make mistakes and to admit that I made mistakes. I'm not afraid to come and say that I was vulnerable, that I had issues with lack of self-confidence and all this because of myself. And now I'm a very strong person. Right. I know my emotions and I know how to work with that.
Yeah, that's interesting journey and the interesting way you shared about your own work and on your own life, because as you shared the black and white, hell and heaven, or good or bad, these like border personality, many times we say like that, right? We don't see in between, like there is something in between, and just we say those extreme corners, right? Yeah. But do you find these changes when you start identifying and you start bringing in your personality, how maybe they benefited it in your work or in your business as well?
Yes, they benefit in all my relationships, both business and personal, because when you're a pessimist and certain things, you see them more black than they actually are. Right. You tend to, I'm not judging. I believe we're all equal and we should respect that. I'm not a feminist. I believe in gender equality. Right. We need each gender and we need support from each other. I believe in synergies, but I was the biggest critic, self-critic. When I was dealing with my pessimism and with my perfectionism, I tended to be a big critic with the people that I loved. So with the smallest thing, I was throwing away, my critics, like, you should do that, you should change that. Only with the people that I loved. Because we tend to do that with the people that we care about, because we want the best for them. It changed a lot in my business as well, because when people call me, because I was so blessed, to be recommended by other people. So I always had these kind of opportunities. But when I was a pessimist, I was saying no. Now, after I changed, I said that, yes, I want to go. And when I got an offer, like to be part of a board or to participate in something, I say now yes with my heart open, because I don't see the negative part of it. And it helped a lot. I grew a lot. And even now during the COVID, when I had few people and that they were dealing with the same situation as myself with the pessimistic part, it was so easy for me to help them. It was so easy for me to be there because I could talk from my own experience. And we did, I don't know, amazing jobs and progress. So it helped amazingly. It's like, you know, change your mind and change your life. This is so true.
Right. Yeah, I think the way as you shared about your this pessimistic approach, and sometimes you got really very important point. Like many times we criticize our own people, even uh, we move next as a business. But I'm just bringing your point which you mentioned. Like you think that you are trying good for your own people, your family, your your surroundings, but knowingly unknowingly you just think it is good, and that's why I'm talking that. But you become so toxic that you keep criticizing, and you're thinking what I'm doing, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm just saying that that can be helpful, that can be right. But the way you talk, the way, not you but in general, the way people talk, they forget that many times it is more harm than the benefit, right?
Yeah.
And so, Raluca, you bought about your personal relation and as well as your business relations. Do you find that there is some changes from personal journey, relationship journey, from self as well as your surroundings, your family and all? Because as you said, knowingly and unknowingly, many times we put ourselves into that dirt that it's very hard to come up. But you did
Yes.
yourself, and you are now helping so many people by making them realize that. And you said a lot of cultural things, and I agree, many culture they believe that the way of parenting, that the way of teaching, and they practice such things. How you find that path, and how you come up all the way, and now you're helping people.
I resonate so much with what you just said now. And
Yeah.
it's so, so true.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that we need to understand
Mm-hmm.
that we are not our past.
Right.
We are not our, I don't know, family.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have a voice and a heart and the mind of our own.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a very good example in my life.
Mm-hmm.
When I was doing one of my, I have two bachelor degrees. One, it was international business, and the other one was finance and economics.
Right.
At the same university, I had a very good friend. He was the cousin of one of my best friends.
Right.
He came from a family with the parents were fighting always. His father was drinking. His mom was depressed always. So for him, it could be easy, I don't know, a bad life. But he wasn't like that. He was a fighter and he became a surgeon.
Mm.
And he was the best in his year. And now he moved. I don't know right now where he is, but he moved at a point and he went to America to work there as a doctor because he was that good. So this is a very good example that I like sometimes in my teaching to give in my some workshops or in some of my trainings. You are not your past, and we should stop judging a book by its cover. Open it, have a look. You might find diamonds and amazing treasures inside. And again, from my own experience, when you are the one staying in the way of your happiness or of your success, it's even worse, because I had my support group and I had a lot of good people and I had my family and I had all my friends and everyone was great. I was the one which was not that great, to be honest. So that was weird.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless of cultures and regardless of parenting and teaching, again, I repeat that we have a mind and a voice and a heart of our own. And if we go deep inside and we search, we realize that we are humans and we have emotions and we are allowed to make mistakes. Because when you make mistakes, now I call mistakes lessons, life lessons.
Mm-hmm.
But at a point, we all blame ourselves and said, oh, I did a mistake, why I did it and why I shouldn't. No, it means that you're trying. And I like to mention Edison when he was asked by a reporter after 1,000 times when he tried to make the bulb. And the reporter asked him, how do you feel to know that you failed 1,000 times? And his answer is something that we should always think about it. I didn't fail 1,000 times. I've tried and I found 1,000 ways that did not work.
Mm-hmm.
It is like that.
Right. So true. Yeah, that is so true, and a very good reminder to all of us how we should see, what way we should develop our perspective from self growth to our career or business or work growth and our surroundings. So, Raluca, we are here talking about a lot of things about your self growth, your personality development. You do coaching as well. You mentioned during this COVID time, you helped a lot of people how they can, learn this and how they can implement in their own life. Uh, would you like to share maybe few experience or maybe how was that all and how you do that?
About coaching.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, like I mentioned, and you mentioned, it started with my own journey. And
Yeah.
because I do branding and personal branding,
Yeah.
and before building any brand, we should think and work on our personal brand.
Mhm.
Coaching comes in handy because through coaching, you realize more things because you ask those questions and you have those guidelines that, kind of like, wait, that's one of my values as well. Or, I have a new goal. Or, my purpose is not only this, but this one as well. So combining all this, because this is what I always wanted. I want to offer experiences to my clients, and I measure my success through their success. And I like to analyze and put my touch, my personal touch on every single thing. And that's why I might have the same 3 packages, but the package in my coaching that you will get, maybe someone else who will buy the same package will get something different. Why? Because there are 2 people answering to a set of questions and doing a certain assessment, but the answers are not going to be the same. So that was one of the reasons that I wanted to go even deeper with coaching and combine it, because each brand should tell a story, and that story should be the story behind that brand, and behind that brand is the founder of the brand. Yeah. Which have a personal brand as well. So what's the foundation? Why you build what you build? What's your story? And again, I'm going to give you something. This is my example.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not building your own story, or if you're not telling your own story, then someone else is going to do it for you. And as an example, if you're going tomorrow to buy a new smartphone, are you going to ask the sales advisor to put his fingerprint on your new phone? No, you're not. It's going to be your fingerprint. Same with brand and with coaching and with anything you want to achieve in life. So my mission through coaching and my experience and how I want to help people is I want to help them create their own experience and achieve what they truly want by following their passion and by using their own fingerprint and their story. Like, don't follow the crowd, make the crowd follow you.
Right. So, Raluca, here we got how you bring their own learning in their personal, you give your personal touch in your work, you do a lot of assessment, questionnaire and all, which seems quite interesting. And I believe in the same way audience will get the same kind of interest. And if they would like, they will get connect with you. Talking about your work, R7, your business consultancy. Yeah, how it is started, what uh, what you find is what planned, like as you said initially you was sort of perfectionist, everything should be in certain manner, or was it like a quick thought you started and then how you grew it?
My mission.
Mm-hmm.
My mission is to support people and guide them to build amazing brands,
Mm-hmm.
to work and have even greater personal brands by using authenticity and transparency and integrity.
Right.
By using and finding those set of values, non-negotiable ones, that are part of the foundation of your brand. My mission is to be out there and support people who are doubting themselves because they lack self-confidence or self-care or self-love, which I've been there, I've done that. I've learned so many things the hard way. Like, I wasn't lucky enough to say that, even though I believe that luck is something that you create for yourself, I had to learn it the hard way. Like, I had to be the one searching and understanding. At that point, when I've decided to change my life and change the way I thought, and I was thinking in general, I didn't have a coach. So I had to do all my research and I had to hit and bump my head on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
So because I've been there, I've done that, this is what I want. I want to share it with the world and I want to offer my support because I love what I do. And I always believe that you should follow your passion. You need to have passion in what you do. And I love, because it's been an interview with Steve Jobs, which I love Steve Jobs. I was sad when he died. He's amazing. He was amazing. He's amazing. You know, he said something that is so true, and I resonate 100%. The people who succeed are the people with passion. Because only when you have passion and you love something, you're going to struggle even in the worst times and circumstances to achieve that. Those who fail are those who do not have passion, because when bad things or struggle comes in the way, you give up. Only someone, and I think he said crazy enough to have such a huge passion, will resist, I don't know, and will move through anything in order to achieve. And something else, if I'm the problem, I can be the solution as well.
Right. Yeah, that's so motivating and inspiring, and I'm really getting thrilled out of all this by hearing from you. And I think the same way our audience is getting, how they can create their own success, their own story, and how they can bring their passion into their work. And that's so important because as we are talking in the scenario where we are having this global pandemic, people are stressed, people are nervous, people are having a lot of issues, breakdown, and all these. But when we talk about passion, maybe it is something new direction or new paths they can develop by using this time to re-guide and rework on themselves. How do you find that? Do you think something you experience with your clients in similar way?
I did. And I had clients who who needed a lot of support due to this pandemic.
Right.
And I have to say that I feel so sorry for every single one who lost loved ones,
Right.
or who passed through COVID or lost job.
Mhm.
My deepest love and care goes to all of them. And I pray for the best, because it's not easy. It wasn't
So,
easy. It was
yes.
shocking.
Yes.
And it was something that should make us understand that time is so priceless,
Right.
and unexpected things can come. And there are things that in business we call them external factors, but there are things that you cannot control. And like now, everything that we took for granted, or we thought that it's ours, like freedom, we lost it. You had to ask for permission to go out. You had to ask permission for your own freedom, which is sad and shocking, but was the truth.
Right.
And I had customer with issues, and we had to work more and find ways, like you said, when you're in the dirt and you're very down, you have to find ways to come up, like you're drowning, you have to come out and breathe. But I've realized one thing, and I apologize if it will sound tough, but unfortunately or fortunately, that's the reality. There are things that they're beyond our control. So we cannot change those things, but we can definitely change the way we react or act to those things.
Right.
Grief, when you lose someone or you lost your job, it's so important, because only in this way, through grief, you can let go. So cry, don't be afraid to cry. It's a sign of strength, not a sign of weakness. But unfortunately, you cannot change it.
Right.
And you have two options. This is what I told my client. You have two options: to go even deeper in a depression and in sadness and destroy yourself and your psychological way of thinking and in general, or find a way to fight for another day, because life is beautiful, and with good and bad, it's worth living, and we are blessed to be here.
Yeah.
And it's pity to complain, since we cannot change against some certain situations.
Yeah. That is so true, and it is so relatable in current scenario when we are talking about uncertainty, living in a moment and all. And I think keeping it such a in a conscious way in our own life can make us ourselves feeling fulfilled, happy, and same time we can spread out in the same way. So thanks a lot, Raluca, for sharing this about your work, about your own journey, about your clients, and about your company and all. Uh, Moving ahead, if may I ask, you do a lot of work, and it needs some sort of your own authentic leadership style, your own way to lead the work. How you define your leadership style?
Oh, I don't know, are you reading my mind? Something's going on here, because again, you touched something that I love, which is leadership.
Wow!
And
Wow! Yeah.
yes, it's shocking now.
Think
I have chills.
I'm really catching your vibrations. I think I can say that way.
Yeah, I'm getting chills. That's so weird, because my latest milestones are two ebooks, workbooks, self-leadership and leadership. Which,
Wow!
yes, and I'm even writing a book that it's in the process. I have half of it. I'm around 200 pages so far, and it's leadership 7x7. But it's leadership through my eyes and through my experiences in over 10 years. Teaching through my trainings and teaching, to my coaching, as an employee, as an employer, as a partner, as a collaborator, and with my own experiences. So I like that.
I'm happy that I reached on the right way and I caught the right vibration.
Yes, you did. And we should tell to our audience that Dr. Shashi had no idea about this. So you really caught my vibes.
Yeah.
My style right now is lead by example.
Mm.
Why? Because, and that's why my first work ebook is self-leadership. If you don't learn to lead yourself, you will never be able to lead people. And also, what people confuse most of the times is that I'm a CEO, I'm a leader. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with titles and with position and with hierarchies.
Right.
There are so many people who are just in administration and they are better leaders than their bosses.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say that I've been an autocratic leader at a point because I wanted to know everything to be in the time and following the deadlines and everything very organized. So I was the dictator type.
Mm.
I wasn't fighting or shouting. I've never fought with a collaborator or something like shouting. I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I like everything to be, and that was my wrong when I've been a pessimist again, because we don't work the same. So everything is perception. Like my reality might not be your reality. Right. So we have different types of doing things because we have different personalities and we have different tempers. Right. So I realized that in order to achieve success, I need to build an amazing team. And what I mentioned before, measure my success through my team's success. And I want to lead by example. I don't want to bark orders. I want to, like John Maxwell said, know the way, show the way, lead the way. Because a true leader will never create followers, will create other leaders. So I always like to teach the people, like if you ask me something, even my assessments that I stayed and worked weeks and months on it, I can share it. I don't mind. Like, take it. You want to use it by all means. Why? Because if I can support and teach you something or be next to you, I will do it. I'm not afraid. The biggest competition should be with ourselves, not with someone else. So my style is lead by example. Be there for the people, learn to listen, truly listen, and support them. And always with calm and with empathy and with care, you will achieve a lot more because we are human and we all have needs and requirements and problems and preferences.
Yeah. That's so true. And I think it's very uniquely you shared how you define leadership in your own style, in your own work, without feeling afraid of your own previous experiences and previous style. That needs a lot of courage actually. And I admire you. So Raluca, when we are talking about this leadership and all work, we are sitting on a platform which is Global Women Dialogue talk show. How you find as a platform, as a women dialogue, it is somewhat contributing to create leaders, future leaders or present leaders, or maybe helping people.
Can you repeat the last part? I didn't.
So how you find this platform is helping to create leaders or helping people to create their leadership style?
This platform, for me, like I mentioned, I've watched videos, most of your videos, and I would love to share a few of the videos if you allow me.
Yeah, it's perfectly. It's open platform, so you are allowed, all are allowed to share. Yeah.
Perfect. This platform is such a good example of what leading by example means. Because, and also what synergies and supporting other means. You are the perfect example for this. And again, I applaud you for this. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart, not only for having me here today, for what you do. And I'm offering now my support with anything I can support you. I'm here. Just ask. It will be my honor to do it, because we need more of this. Because as women, we tend to talk and say that we need to be more in high positions and feminists and men's are that, but actually we are the one who's supporting each other. So what you do is the amazing, the perfect example of what women supporting women, truly supporting women means. You show what synergies are, and I believe this platform should reach sky-high numbers of subscribers and followers and people who are interested to take part of it, because we need that. And you don't find too many like this. Like, I feel so, this is what I talk when I say, be real, be authentic. No questions from before, no, just talk and be yourself and share your story and your experience. And again, I applaud you for that. And I thank you for that.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Raluca. It really means a lot for me as well as this talk show, the channel. And as you said, yes, we try to bring empowerment, these leadership, the voice for individual speakers, what the work, the awesomely they are creating in their life for self and for others, how it can get benefit for them. But same time, we always try to bring these real, authentic and genuine stories to share with our audience, with our listeners, and especially those silent voice who were maybe some moment of time, maybe you and me were there, right? How they can get benefit, how they can get growth and development in their life. And maybe they are sitting one day instead of me or you on this place. So yes, this is so true. We are here to develop and grow together and empower each other. Yes, as a women dialogue, we support women. As Lucas said very clearly, no, we have no enemy. We are an enemy of ourselves. So we need to support women to women each other. But same time, we are open and we support all our audience, regardless of any gender or any other diversity they have. That's why it has reached up till now 64 countries, women, 6 continents, and it keeps expanding and growing. And we are so happy to bring these real, authentic speakers like Raluca and many others who have participated. So thank you so much, Raluca, for sharing your work, your journey. And once again, I'm deeply honored today to have you with us by having your all wisdom and knowledge with us. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a
And thanks to all our audience who are listening and watching us. As we say, our purpose and mission to grow together and develop together. And in the same way, we bring our speaker who are expertise, who have years of experience in their own life and work, what they are creating, what they are doing. You can get connect with them as well if you are looking some support, particular field, particular work if you are looking for. We provide those details about the speakers in the description as well. If you are looking, get connect with them and grow yourself. We are here again to grow together and develop together. With this note, stay safe and stay connected. We will come back with one more episode to inspire and motivate you. Take care. Bye-bye.